There are two types of people in this world. There are the doers, and then there are those who do not. Gavin, I don't know about you, but I want to be a doer.
I'm a winner.
I'm a winner too.
The doers and winners are the same thing.
Doers and winners. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mastermind Network podcast. Nick Bifano here.
Gavin, Petrea. This is a little prequel for you guys.
Absolutely. So we are getting this thing rolled out, and we are stoked about some of the content that we're going to be bringing you. Obviously, everyone knows what a podcast is, but we have one specifically based here in the Metro East now, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. Gavin and I met a few months ago, had this idea that we wanted to start bringing some shared ideas, a lot of value, and just wanted to create something kind of unique here in our community, so we decided to start a podcast. That leads us to being here in Gavin's basement shooting this here.
Yeah, welcome.
This will be known as the Bat Cave.
Yeah.
I just named it. It's called the Bat Cave now.
I like that. Yeah.
Because Batman is a winner, and so are we.
Hey, that's the truth. And he's got a lot of cool stuff.
We don't. We got some cool
I got
stuff.
a cool picture.
picture.
It's a perspective picture for those of you. So kind of goes with our theme of, you have to have a positive outlook on life. So is the guy looking down the stairs or upstairs? You tell us. You know.
I know which way he's looking.
He's looking up.
He's looking up. He ain't looking down.
We're always looking up, out and beyond. That's what we're about.
That's good. So, what we're going to be focusing on in the next couple months as we roll this podcast out is local businesses. Entrepreneurship is something that is extremely close to both of our hearts as well. Being in our industries, I'm a home inspector by trade. Gavin is an independent insurance agent. We kind of have to make our own businesses. We have to go out there every day and make it happen. So that's part of our passion, is just figuring out how we can do this and what we learn along the way.
I think the big thing about this is we want to prove that if you want to do it, you can do it, right? The doers of the world. All you have to do is just do it. Put in the sweat equity, the time, and is it fun? No. A lot of times it's not fun. That's why you got to do podcasts.
That's right. Lighten the mood a bit.
But I think that we want to encourage those that are teetering on the idea of should I do it, should I not do it, kind of thing.
Yes.
Look, you're in good company here with us.
Mm-hmm.
We've been at the bottom, started from scratch. It's not fun. Not fun at all.
No,
but it is fun along the way. You learn so many things, and you look back. I've been in business for 7.5 months now. Looking back into month one, how much I've learned and grown over that period of time, which is leaps and bounds.
Substantial.
Yeah, I can't believe it, and I'm really excited to see where things kind of move and progress, and even more so with you because you have really dabbled into a lot of things in the market. And those of you that don't know Nick Bifano, you obviously aren't from the Metro East because. The fella is a celebrity on these parts.
It's not true.
But yeah, so Nick's in a band. He's a entrepreneur with home inspection. Wants to be a life coach one of these days. Sneak preview. Don't tell anybody that.
Yeah, we're looking. I love what you said, Gavin, about sweat equity. A lot of times people they don't know where to start, and what happens is they think that because they don't know where to start, that it's an excuse to not start.
Right.
And that's a big problem for people. That they feel they've got to go out and they've got to go to school, or they've got to intern, or they've got to gather all this information. Don't get me wrong, those are very good things. Those are certainly things that are of value, and in certain situations they work. But from my experience, 99.9% of the time, just start it, man.
Just do it.
Just get it going. One of the analogies that I love that we've been saying a lot is shoot the arrow and then figure out where the target is.
For sure.
Get it started. There's a quote. It's actually on the wall at Edison's Entertainment Complex. We hold our Mastermind event each month, and it says...
Quiet plug. I like that quiet plug.
Yeah, I like that. Genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration.
No doubt about it.
You're not just going to get fueled on just these creative ideas that are flowing and this sort of, this just inspired work where life is perfect or whatever. No, what's going to get you to where you want to be is just doing it.
For sure.
And putting in those hours, putting in those even if you don't even know what you're doing, you're doing something.
For sure.
And if that doesn't work, then you move that to the side and you go on to the next thing.
At least you know, and you try.
Exactly.
I mean, trying is 75% of the battle.
I agree.
mean, once you get into it, it takes a lot of work, but it's making that first initial jump, right? So I kind of relate it to, and oddly enough, I just did this. So you go cliff jumping, or you jump off a bridge into a body of water, whatever it may be. I jumped off a bridge to a body of water a while back. Hey, but the thing about it is if you stand up on that ledge and look down, the thought of jumping is completely overwhelming,
terrifying.
And you can be stricken with fear.
Yeah.
So instead of looking down, step over the ledge.
Yeah.
Look straight ahead. Don't look down because you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And why put yourself through that fear and that panic when if you just jump and then once you get to the bottom, once you hit the water and you look up, you're like, I did that.
Worth it.
I did that.
Yeah, and we as a society are set up for comfort.
Yes.
Everything that is offered to us, technology, clothing, like everything, it seems, is geared towards making people more comfortable. And I'm not saying technology is a bad thing or dope clothing, because that's cool stuff. But everything seems to be gearing towards our comfort. And that's the problem being on the ledge. That place is safe. There's the guardrail. You're there, you're comfortable. You know that you're gonna go to work and you're gonna make your paycheck and you're gonna know what it is and you're gonna pay your bills and maybe have a little extra money on the side. But that's not gonna get you to where you want to be. The people who want greater things for their family, the people who want greater things for those around them, and for people who want to genuinely make a difference in the world. I'm not saying you can't, working a 9-to-5 job or anything like that, but getting off of that safety ledge, getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's such a big thing in entrepreneurship.
Yes.
The only time you grow is whenever you're uncomfortable. I mean, if you sit there and you do the same thing every day, you're essentially going to beat your head against the wall and nothing's going to get accomplished. But
exactly.
If you get uncomfortable and you go over that ledge, over the wall, whatever it is that's in front, you have to do it. You just have, and you have to jump. That's all there is to it. So, I think that even with this podcast,
just got to do it, baby.
Hey, we know nothing about podcasting.
We don't.
Zero. I can't intro to save my life. We tried like 3 or 4 times.
We're gonna work on it.
I can't get it out. So
it'll be a blooper reel.
Yeah. But you just jump in and do it. We're gonna figure it out along the way. And part of this particular segment is to kind of introduce everyone into our world and what we're trying to accomplish and who we're trying to target. So we want to start the narrative of the Mastermind podcast. Hey, this might be something that you might be interested in. So, jump in, join us. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is gonna be fun. And talking about that comfort thing, there is a little bit of risk involved with it. When you jump off a cliff, there is a risk. When you venture out into a new business or wanting to push the level of the business that you're currently doing, there is a bit of risk involved. And we all have things to lay out on the table. I've got a wife. We both have mortgages. We both got bills to pay. All right? And when we do step off that leg, hey, I'm gonna open my own insurance brokerage. It's like, whew, I liked that a little bit. But there are way too many success stories. Way too many people who are out there doing it, making it happen, who have figured out what it takes to be successful. To not take that risk.
Absolutely.
There are way too many opportunities out there to be comfortable.
You want to see success stories, go to a Barnes and Noble or some bookstore, and you go to business and you have shelves full of success stories. People wrote books on what they've learned, and you can read those. That's fine, but it's a matter of doing it.
Implement.
You have to take the information and use it. And it's not just. Here's my biggest thing: is you don't do it alone. You're not alone. That's the beautiful thing about
Yeah.
this podcast. We're proving that, hey, you're not alone. Like I work by myself on a daily basis. You work by yourself on a daily basis, but you and I work together separately, right? I mean, we do our own thing, and the biggest thing to take away is you have people on your side that are also uncomfortable.
Yes.
And you can share your stories and your struggles, and I mean, you and I have helped each other leaps and bounds, I think, just from being friends and kind of, figuring out what works best for you, what works best for me, kind of thing.
And you push each other.
Yeah.
I mean, when I wake up in the morning on a Monday morning and I don't have any home inspections for that week because they haven't been scheduled yet, that's a scary thought, right? That's when you start to get on edge a little bit, right? But then you share that with somebody. You kind of talk it out a little bit, and they're like, "Yeah, man, that sucks. What are you gonna do about it?"
Right.
Oh, I mean, I gotta go out there and network a little bit.
You can hide.
Yeah.
You can hide from it.
You can run for it, or you can embrace the tough times and make it happen. That's what I want to live.
I'm gonna quote you from your last mastermind. I think it was your last one.
Uh-oh.
Your net worth is directly correlated to your network.
Absolutely.
I think that is such a strong statement, and I may have messed up a little bit.
No, you nailed it.
That is such a true statement, because you get in it and you do it, and it so often swallows you. You look at the stress of this and the stress of that, and it just kind of caves in on you.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever you have somebody to kind of wade through the waters, hey, look, this is what I'm dealing with here. Why don't you try this? I hadn't thought about that. It's something, and even just little tidbit motivation. Hey man, I'm having a bad day. Let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
You've got people on your side, especially in this community, in this area,
yes.
which I've found. Nick kind of got me into. I'm not from Madison County, I guess neither are you, but you had more of a foothold. I've met a lot of awesome people, and I'm really excited to continue to build that network of those like-minded people with this.
No, we are growing a tribe. I love that word, a tribe of people who want to see other people be successful, who want to have greater things come to them. And so the purpose behind this podcast is to share those ideas, those tips and tricks, those businesses that we think are super cool. One, because it's super fun for us, I won't lie, but two, because we think that they're extremely valuable, that the things that we're learning, I mean, we're young guys, in terms of, some of the people watching this, you're going to be like, what do these youngsters have to tell me? And I'll be honest with you, I'm wisdom-wise, I'm learning like at an exponential rate, and hopefully you can learn something from some of the stuff that I'm picking up, but there's really no new idea under the sun. All it is we're making this stuff fresh and relevant and bringing it to you in an energetic way, because we want the community that we live in, Edwardsville, Alton, Bethalto, O'Fallon,
Alton's second, of course.
All of those places, we want those to be just amazing places to live, and it starts with strong business professionals. Is
and there are plenty
the
out
core
there
of it,
in this area. I'm really excited to see how this kind of progresses and the tribe that we kind of bring, because everybody goes through something different. Everybody has something new to the table, and we're not above learning. That's what we're here for. We want to learn from other people, and we want you to share your stories with us. And if you want to be on it, or if you want have something that we haven't really brought to light, and you think that it's something important, we want to share that with everybody. As this picks up speed, we hope it just kind of snowballs into something that people like and enjoy.
Absolutely. The hope is that even from this episode right here, you get extreme value every time that you flip on the Mastermind Network podcast in your car. Just a quick snippet of there, that something that we say is going to inspire you for that day, just to give you something practical to implement into your business, or just for pure enjoyment, to see what's going on in your community, the people who are making a difference, the restaurants that are amazing, the whole gamut of this area that we live in, bringing significant value to those
Great word,
around us. Gamut.
I love it. Yeah.
I tell you
Word
what.
of the day.
I tell you what. If we're gonna do a lot of these podcasts, I'm gonna have to expand my vocabulary because I say the same things a lot.
Gamut.
Gamut.
There it is.
There it is. You can look it up in Webster's dictionary.
Google it.
I think most people know what that means, but I don't know.
It's a cool word.
Anyways, guys, once again, my name is Nick Bifano. I'm a home inspector with a company called CDInspect, but I'm just a human being who wants greater things for you and wants greater things for my friends and my family and my community. We're here to help you. So that's all I got for you.
That's tough to follow. I'm Gavin Petrea. I'm with Goosehead Insurance, independent broker, and I want to provide as much value to friends and clients and just this community as much as possible. So seriously, this is an open forum. If you have tips, suggestions, just some fun stories you want to share, bring them to us. We're all about you, and we want to make this as fun as possible.
Absolutely.
We're going to see some cool stuff. We've got some really cool ideas planned out. So hope you guys enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you later on. And I guess that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.